Let's get this show on the road, shall we?
That sounds like a great idea. Let's get this show on the road. Hey kids, Inverted Cal here. Welcome back to Kosmokrats. We're going to continue on. Now, we're picking it up right after the end of the last episode. Literally, I've just edited it out of the game. Finished the save of the last save game, and I have reloaded the game and continued on. Where we were, we finished eating. We only have against us right now is 4 turns of encumbered. I don't know what the counter is beside the screen here, but it counts down very quickly. And I've never seen it actually go to 0. I don't know, maybe it will. As you can see, we have lost all of our progress on the printout, but that's okay. And if we look out the window, we can see our fine creations in all of their splendor, glory, and minor issues constructing. So, let's carry on. Boris, my friend, I require more cartishkas.
Good news, potato peeler. Your replacement is finally inbound. When the real drone pilot gets here, it's back to the kitchen for you. Looks like we're building the habitat ship a bit early. This wasn't scheduled for months.
Dobry dzień, proud workers. I am Officer Olga Egorova. New recruits will arrive soon. High Command wishes to accelerate production.
But, Officer Egorova, we don't have enough potatoes to feed more recruits.
Remember the proverb, without effort, one cannot pull a fish from a pond. Finish the habitat ship, comrades. Over and out.
If only we could feed these recruits with proverbs, then we'd be sorted.
Yep. Well, let's build them a place to stay, because I have a feeling we're going to need that quickly. So give this a gentle little nudge up to where that yellow controller is. As you can see, you can hit it, but it likes to wander. Come on. Come on. You are being mean to me. Go that way. Come on, go down. There we go. Come on, hit it. Now the timer never stops ticking, but this is a special mission. So I'm trying to hurry, hence the reason I'm focused. What I'm trying not to do is use the magnetic pull of the ship to maneuver the pieces together. Because we're about to start getting passengers.
Just in time. They've started to launch the new recruits.
Cutscene there, it just threw me off a little bit. Sometimes it's easier to move the whole assembly than it is to try to catch these little pods. type of mission you will have a couple of
Oh, looks like we have a lot of new mouths to feed. You will soon be doing some overtime peeling. Till our potato storage runs out, that is.
Well, in you go.
Something is wrong. High Command knows we can't catch everyone, but they keep launching more. Save as many as you can, Peeler. I'm going to make a call.
You make that phone call. I've only got a few more seconds before I lose the ability to use my controller at all because of the vibrations. I think I got one more. Oh, I didn't get him. Oh my goodness. Oh, so close. It is possible to get 12 pods. It's very, very, very hard.
Comrade Peeler.
Because they don't launch all the pods until near the end. You have to get it fast, and I took a little bit too long
Was in one of
to
those
get the
pods.
first couple of assemblies together. That one
happened
little
to
piece
burst
that
into
was blue
flames.
was giving me a bit more grief than I
Your
wanted to. But we
temporary
did
job
catch
just
a
got
few
a
people.
lot more permanent.
And we've just been informed that we are now permanently the thing. Unfortunately, these are all the crew members you will have in the game. You only gain, I think, 2 or 3 more in total, and they are not crew members per se. So, let us continue. The ambassador was expelled. Another man is seeking another woman. We are 10. Oh, crap. 1 short. All right.
What's this?
Let us continue.
An incoming call directly from the new commandant.
The commandant.
Better if you let me do the talking, Peeler.
Get ready.
Comrades, this is Commandant Komarov speaking.
What an honor, Commandant.
I requested the command ship to be built 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yes, Commandant. We are all but finished.
Stop your lollygagging! I'm going to need it immediately.
Excuse me,
What?
Yuri.
You can't be serious. Right now.
Comrades, the goulash just hit the fan. Finish the command ship at all costs. Over and out.
What goulash? Is that another proverb? Oh no. Do you see what I see, Peeler? Looks like someone finally pushed the do not push button.
Whoops. And there's my first squished Kosmokrat.
They're launching every
Cosmonaut.
single warhead. This is it. This is the end of the world. At least we have a good view.
Yes, this goes in that way. And then this piece
It's not like we needed that cockpit or anything.
Whoops. Yeah, it's okay. It's just a cockpit. He has a spare. Very easy to break things. Excellent.
Don't let success go to your head.
And they sent us a shipment of potatoes. Potatoes were good. We want these. And there was a minor work-related incident. As I said, the cosmonauts that are floating in space have this lovely habit of wanting to stand directly on or in front of the connectors. So squishing them can happen fairly consistently because you have large pieces of ship sucking themselves together. It can hurt.
Comrades, the capitalists have launched a surprise counterattack.
A surprise counterattack.
And in doing so, triggered global nuclear war. This is nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about.
To avoid the radioactive and, more importantly, diplomatic fallout, Space Force will regroup around the moon. Comrades, put your trust in the state during these difficult times.
And of course, again, there's another tacky jab at things from the 80s and 90s. But first, we're going to pick up... I can't get it. No! I wanted my vodka. Oh, crap. I was hoping to get the vodka. Global nuclear war! Yay. The great thing, if you're old enough to remember the Cold War, humans had the ability to completely atomize all life on this planet 500 or 600 times over. Yeah, they weren't going to exactly be writing newspapers about it. All right, Boris, what do you got to say for yourself?
We're intercepting a strange signal.
Mayday! Mayday! This is the Consortium Research Unit. Thank goodness! We found someone. Our ship is breaking apart. We need help. My name is Henrietta, engineer, employee number 43.
I knew it! Capitalists.
Oh, you're with the Reds. Please don't mind us. We're just fine.
Yes, we are just about to rejoin the rest of our fleet. My. If it isn't Werner von Blau.
If you
I know our governments may not be on
have
the best terms
another
right
chuckle,
now.
you can take a look at the
Oh, no.
logo on the capitalist's ship.
Bring the scientist here for questioning. Capitalist engineers are a waste of potatoes.
Now,
You heard the
he wants the
commandant.
scientist,
Collect the scientist's habitat module.
but personally, I found that the option of taking the engineer
You okay, Henrietta?
Yes, I'm fine, Werner. The hull seems to be holding.
also
For now.
important.
We have to get this data to the consortium.
You know we can hear you, right?
So I do like to actually
Werner is
save
just
the engineer.
talking about the latest stock market backup.
Yes, very
It
boring
has a
data.
negative
Just
effect,
leave
a
us here,
short-term
please.
negative effect. But it does have a few benefits in the long term, including the option of two different endings that I have uncovered so far based on the capturing of the engineer. Now the engineer's pod, of course, always has 2 red connectors, so you can always bring her in fairly easily. Werner, on the other hand, only has 1, so bringing him in is a little bit more of a permanent thing. Now this one's not limited by time. The other ones are. So you have all the time you need to smash apart the ships and get Werner to get his poop together here.
You recruited both of them, Peeler. I'll have to deduct rations from you then to feed this engineer.
Do you actually know what you're doing?
And the narrator has some fairly amusing comments. So let's watch another cutscene.
Move it.
Ah, Werner von Blois. I knew I recognized the world's most famous nuclear physicist. What are you and your little friend doing so far from the capitalist fleet, I wonder?
Answer carefully. We always learn where the dog is buried, as they say.
The dog is just fine. I, however, have discovered coordinates for a new habitable world.
Considering our planet's current state, that's rather useful to know. Of course, you'll continue to search for this new Earth under my command, won't you?
Allow me to explain. That question was rhetorical.
Very well, but I'll need a supercomputer.
A brilliant mind like yours should have no trouble building one.
Well, I've always been curious about red tech.
That's enough idle gossip. Escort the scientist to his new work. As for the engineer, take her on a tour of the gulags.
Because I rescued the engineer, I am docked in pay now for 5 weeks. Which means I will lose 1 kartoshka on each mission, no matter
Among
what.
your duties as drone pilot is system maintenance, aka defragging. Whenever we have enough downtime between orbits, we'll try to optimize the drone system and free up resources. Take your time and think, or you'll just make it worse. The goal is simple. Fit as many subsystems into the memory bank as possible.
This part of the game, this mini-game, can prove to be a little challenging, especially later on, when you have multiple places you can place things. And if you screw up, which is easy to do, it will negatively affect things.
Nailed it.
This, however, is a great way to gain a benefit. For example, I could remove the encumbered. However, the encumbered only has 1 thing left. Super fast drone. I get a little bit extra magnetic power ability. This is useful if you play in the mode where using your thrusters involves power as well. And then finally, my favorite one is green connector. Green connectors basically mean you get one additional color connector to help organize the assemblies. Some of these assemblies get rather challenging, and they get challenging quickly. Mainly because we're going to go on a little bit of a binge. See, now I have 12 kartoshkas, and it's going to cost me 11 for my vodka, which I love the bottle holder. I'm also going to grab a meal because we are hungry. We saw hunger on our list as things added, so I have no money left in my drawer. We will eat meal first. Nothing like a good, healthy potato. We'll have a quick little glance at the newspaper, see what kind of things there is. We are in moon orbit. We have a capitalist defector notification, and once again, the Brittle Bones ad is up. Now, we have a drink. If we consume coffee, we gain a little bit of assembly time, and things become a little bit more focused. If we have a little vodka, which we will do, things get a little bit more colorful.
Sastrovie, Pillar.
I don't know if I can do... Oh, I can.
Well, it's not really allowed.
Now,
But,
moderately
I
blurred
won't tell
vision,
if you don't.
moderately impaired hearing, slightly decreased reaction. I also lose time on assembly, and I lose orbit at 50%. So, I go down faster. Now, we're just going to pass out from no thanks. But you will notice something else. The world has color added. There's green lines on the paper, not gray. The telephone, the vodka bottle, the coffee cup, the newspaper all have color added to them. The wires on the floor has color. The metals, which we looked at earlier, are a little bit more colorful. The mask is not in a gray case, but yet a green case. If we have ourselves a couple more...
Is the glass half empty or half full? Let us make sure it's empty. Two potatoes. Especially in their purest form.
You feel invincible. And you can't feel your toes. Heavily blurred vision, heavily impaired hearing, heavily decreased reaction time. Lose orbit at 40%. And then finally, if you really want to make things challenging,
I salute you.
totally blurred vision, impaired hearing, decreased reactions. It's noticeably decreased. But your colors are very, very vibrant. Unfortunately, I'm not moving the controller. This is how it focuses. You can see the controller on the keyboard. That's how it focuses. I'm pretty sure that the next mission is to build a large structure that is fairly important to the game. We're gonna do it drunk.
My name is Werner von Blau.
Oh no! This is the one that gives you the most annoying thing in the game.
Science department.
Oh yes, these little treasures, they grab
from my
you.
previous employers were the plans to this recharge unit. To activate it, you must first connect it to a power source, such as a solar panel. Once active, you just need to get your drone within reach of the recharger.
Yes. And if you happen to fly along and your drone gets a little too close to the reach of said recharger, it will grab you and mess you up. Quite unintentionally, I have jumped into that recharger numerous times. I have no good words for it. So let's see what happens when we try to do this drunk. Now, as you can tell, it actually shows you what the color connectors are and what they look like. Can you remember all that? Good.
Guten Tag. Comrades. This is Werner again.
Werner, what do you want? This is a closed channel.
Boris, is it? Your radio encryptions could be hacked by a 5-year-old. Anyway, I wanted to ask the drone pilot to try the new recharger extension. I need some raw field data to synchronize these new units.
I don't know. We're very busy building the moonlander, Werner.
Trust me, Boris. Getting me this data will help us all.
Now, this one is very challenging. As you can see, the little pod, it doesn't respond to your inputs very clearly. Thankfully, we're still fairly early on in the build process, which is the perfect time to do this achievement.
There's not much time left.
Now remember, we do have only 40% before we run out of orbit. So we do need to bump these up together a little bit quicker. Now I am going to grab this charger because I do need the boost.
Data port 110 is now open. Just look at these gorgeous numbers streaming in.
Gorgeous numbers? Someone's been in space too long.
With this data, we can definitely reduce the drone recharging time.
Get the drone out of there.
Too bad about Yuri.
Oops, Yuri got squished. Sorry, Boris. Yuri owed you some cartouches. And we got one.
You won't mind if I take credit for this one? Good.
Great success, it says. Ah. Believe it or not, that's probably the best the television had ever looked back in the 80s. In vivid color, while you were so gooned out of your head you couldn't see. One cosmonaut. Well, you know, okay, yeah. System status. We're the green connector. We have a dock to pay for 4 more generations, and I should look for a fight or karaoke or both. If you have not already done so and you do a mission like that, drunk, you will gain, come on, this medal. It's a very challenging one to do. Now, I've done this one already once before, which is why it let me get gooned in one shot. Because usually what happens is every time you have a drink, you have to do a mission. So the first time I did this, I had to do 5 missions. Progressively more and more intoxicated each mission. And yeah, that make it to the end of the moon missions before we managed to come off of it.
Coffee. Good idea.
Now, coffee, of course, reduces you back down to normal. It also, if you notice the color of the phone and the bottle,
The responsible choice, Peeler.
reduces the color of the world slightly. It gets more gray.
Sadly, no party can last forever.
And washed out. Now you're at
Yes,
normal.
good idea. Take it down a notch.
We'll take it down one more notch.
That's about as sober as it gets.
Now you're at inverted cow levels. Perfect. As you can see, everything is crisp, sharp, and bland. But if we look on our thing, we now are sober. Your blood alcohol levels are below recommended levels, but you feel focused. Now, if you check on your status, of course. Oops, not here. You gain plus 20 seconds on your assembly time, and you lose orbit at 75%. So you have quite a lot longer time to build. This will be important later on. Well worth it to get the vodka while you still have Kartoshkas coming in. So, let's jump in and do one more mission.
Who does this Werner think he is? Someone should remind him that he's a captive.
Greetings. This is Werner von Blau, Science Department.
Oh, not again. We know who you are, Werner.
Then you also know the commandant has ordered me to design a supercomputer.
Computers are nothing but trouble. Supercomputers are super trouble.
Funny. When I tried to build her before, the capitalists said the same thing.
What do you mean when you tried to build her?
Just assemble the parts. Today, we make history.
Now, here's a challenging part. This gives you connectors one at a time, like one pair at a time. Unfortunately, you have to be careful not to destroy the solar panels. Every solar panel you destroy actually affects the abilities of the computer that you are building, which can have some interesting side effects. So we'll try to not destroy too much. But I have seen this assembly go together before, in which part of it was impossible to put together because of the way the solar panels fit in. So that's something to keep in mind. You a nudge. Come on. There you go. Next one, there's a red there. Where's the other pieces? There. There it is. So we give this a nudge down. Come on, spin around. Oops, we missed. And come on, grab hold. Tap it. The first time I built this, I had some serious issues because I was still getting a hang of the controls and whatnot. And things did not go very well for me with a lot of the build. A lot of the parts of these builds actually did not go well at all. About to lose drone power altogether. This is something you have to be aware of. Don't break the solar panel, so you got to be gentle with the nudges here. But at the same time, we are running out of time and energy, and you still have a couple of big assemblies to do on this part.
Please, move faster. We can't afford to lose her.
Well, I'm sorry there, Werner, but unless you're going to give her to me in good condition, I might not have your computer this time. Because I am having a hard time getting this last piece in. Oh, come on, down you go. Come on, in you go. No, I don't think we're going to get the computer this time.
Okay, here comes her call.
Okay, we get a little bit of bonus time there. But not much. Basically, all we got to do is get the big cube in this little hole.
everything
we
that led
didn't
up to
do
this
it.
moment
Oh,
began to
good
flash
God. Oh. Oh, that's too bad. That is a hard one to do. Sometimes the assembly goes together real nice, and other times it's like that, where it just fights you. That little tiny bit extra.
I am surrounded by amateurs and idiots.
Okay, so this is an outcome that I have yet to experience. I haven't actually...
Getting to New Earth without a supercomputer is going to be near impossible.
But this also eliminates one potential outcome. And that is the supercomputer takes over. It also eliminates a very interesting subplot. So we might have to try that again on another episode. But I believe that is 3 ship assemblies that we have attempted. So thanks all for watching, kids. Hope you're enjoying Kosmokrats. And I'll see you all in the next episode. Thanks for watching. And good night for now.